Hello and welcome to the Private Universal Residual Leveraging Activity, or as we call it, the Purla system. My name is Xavier, and my friend and co-host is Victoria, who has some great news to share with you right now. Welcome, and please take it away, Victoria.
Thank you very much, Xavier. And do I ever have some great news to share? You may have been asked this question, or a very similar question, by the person who invited you here. However, just to make sure, I'll ask it again. If I could show you an ethical, legal way to easily generate $200 to $2,000 a day cash to your door or direct deposits to your checking account without having to sell, explain, pressure people, or otherwise deal with any other undesirable task, would that be worth 25 minutes of your time right now? It seems like an obvious question. However, the reality is there is the starting point to consider, and while everyone wants to acquire that kind of money, only the ones who truly deserve it are the ones who take the action to get started. Mark Twain once said, "The secret of getting ahead is getting started." Do you believe that what comes around goes around? The power of unconditional giving has never really been governed in order to ensure you reap what you sow. But now this activity has that safety net harnessed. You would agree that it is much easier to give when you feel confident and know that you are not going to be duped or get a knife in the back. In fact, with this activity, you will potentially receive unlimited gifts by only inviting one single person ever to this abundance-generating system. Will you explain the legalities really quickly for me, Xavier?
It will be my pleasure, Victoria. This activity is, of course, legal in every way and has actually, in part, followed the popular one-up system that is featured in many publicly active and successful gifting programs. Simply put, everyone has the legal right to receive tax-free gifts of up to $12,000 per year from an individual. And, as an individual receiving gifts, you can be giving the same amount by an unlimited number of different individuals. This activity is not promoting or providing the tracking services for the sale of any product or service at any time. This program is truly simple. We sell nothing, and we are surely not an MLM. There's no cold call selling ever, and you can even pay extra if you want to make the system 100% hands-free once activated. Folks, I also want to add that this is not a board, a matrix, or any other undesirable system.
I personally love it. No stocking or selling products. You get to give and receive, meet new friends if you choose to, and the abundance availability is equal for everyone. And of course, no selling or stocking of products. Oh, I said that. Well, you get the point, Xavier.
You bet I get the point. Simplicity, high ethical standards, and abundance have finally converged at the same point. Those who feel they deserve new abundance in their lives can continue on with this site and can actually be given a gift within 24 to 48 hours from this minute. For Victoria and myself, we would like to thank you for your time today. We are confident that you will feel the same way most people do, and you will thank your inviter by giving a gift to him or her and thus be ready to reap what you deserve, which is to receive gifts for simply sharing with others the Purla way to create abundance in their lives with a system that has the highest ethical standards the world over. Congratulations for taking the time to listen to this audio, as it can change your life for the better if you are willing to open your mind to an old idea that is now creating a brand new phenomenon that actually has people helping each other to succeed in so many different ways, almost effortlessly. What goes around comes around has been personified in a powerful activity that has the highest of human ethics the world over. Victoria, you've seen just about everything out there in the industry. Why do you think there are so many people embracing different types of activities, especially over the last 3 years?
Well, Xavier, you're right. I have studied the industry, and for the past 9 years or so, there have been a few activities that have been extremely successful. Their success has a lot to do with very old ideas that were never properly governed previous to 3 years ago. So now everyone has the equal opportunity, and furthermore, with the evolution of technology in just the past 3 years combined, with the desire to help our fellow man, the Purla tracking software has been introduced. And I have to tell you, at first I was not willing to consider anything other than the proven successful systems I had been accustomed to for so many years. However, Xavier, once I had looked at the facts, it became apparent to me that Purla had done something I thought could never be possible, and that was to keep the positives of a proven system, the one-up, and eliminate the downside. Because the law of attraction works on realistic expectations and dreams, a person can't help but embrace this new concept and feel fantastic every time they introduce a new participant to this activity because they have the same opportunity as those who even participate 100 years down the road. Equal opportunity, no matter when a person is first introduced. Of course, the very moment that you're introduced and you have been given the knowledge to make an educated decision, every wasted minute of not participating is truly taking food off your table. What I would like to do now, Xavier, is talk about the differences between Purla and a regular one-up activity, starting with the question, how can you keep the one-up receiving lines to infinity if you do not lose your qualifier for life?
That's a tremendous question, Victoria, and I truly mean that, as everyone will just love the answer as it immediately makes complete sense once you're aware that with a one-up, your qualifier is given to your inviter or someone upstream, and no matter what, you can never receive any gifts as a result of any participation in the activity that a qualifier may make. Otherwise put, if your qualifier, who you personally invited but sacrificed up, ended up inviting 15 new participants, you would never receive any gifts from any of those 15 participants. However, with Purla, you will receive 14 gifts. Traditional affiliate programs pay second-tier overrides, as do unilevel compensation plans. Purla has a combination structure, sharing second-tier and personal invitees gifts. The power of leverage with second-tier gifts is potentially life-changing for those who share the good news with others.
So your qualifier actually gives their initial gift upstream, keeping the integrity of the one-up in place?
Exactly correct. However, again, you can receive unlimited 30% gifts from everyone that your qualifier invites forever. They are called second-tier gifts.
Absolutely amazing, Xavier. So those who love to be active in introducing new participants will have the most abundant lives with Purla.
It's amazing, Victoria, that there are even more great benefits that help average people play fair and equal in this activity. For one, Purla has a low optional gift amount of $250. You also have the ability to add $750 to your gift at any time, and then you may participate with giving of $1,500 more, then $2,500 more, totaling $5,000 if you wish. Purla actually credits up rather than rolls up gift amounts. This means that you may give a gift of $250 and then invite your qualifier and your next invitee at higher levels, and you will be credited with the difference rather than lose it upstream forever with no thank you or help to change it for next time. Endless potential participants never get active with the regular one-ups simply because they don't want to lose more gifts than they generated with the kindness of their own heart to someone upstream. It's only fair that any participant not actually receive a gift at any level until they have given a gift of equal amount, which simply means, for example, if Barb introduced John and Barb had only given a $250 gift while John was willing to give a $5,000 gift, then John gives the 70% of $250 to Barb, and the other 70% of the $4,750 is given up to the next qualified participant at the $5,000 giving level. Of course, 30% is given to the second tier. The great thing for Barb here, and it's not the case in most, if any other activities, is that now Barb is credited with having given a $5,000 gift and is fully qualified at the highest level. Thus, from the next $5,000 gift, Barb will get all 70%, which is the maximum amount possible to receive from any new participant personally invited.
In short, all participants who can afford to give the $5,000 to start their participation will do just that, as they will receive 100% of all potential gifts from day one. And those who cannot as easily afford to give such big gifts can give a smaller gift, and find those who can afford to give bigger gifts, and then, because of their kindness and action to find those participants, they now can receive the bigger gifts themselves. Otherwise put, the poor can get rich, and it is not about the rich getting richer and the poor working for the rich. Equal opportunity with positive motivation is the new world's desire. Purla accommodates exactly that, freedom and fairness for creating abundance. It is also true that someone can start with only the cost of the software and website hosting package, and the reason for this is the same. If someone can only truly afford the software to track an organization, the inviter will still benefit from the activity created, as sooner or later that participant will be qualified at the highest level, which can happen if you ultimately receive 70% of $5,000 in gifts as a direct result of participation efforts from that individual.
You're saying that thinking of others will be rewarded. It stands to reason that if a person can only afford to buy the software, they most certainly can't afford to be out that amount for long. Thus, they will be highly motivated to create activity and get the credits moving up so they can receive gifts themselves. In other words, don't worry, be happy. Just show people the activity, and they will see that they are clearly wise to start at the highest possible